This government-run center in downtown Edmonton was opened last January to support the houseless population. But according to new data, just under 80% of those evicted from encampments refuse to accept the support. So how well is this navigation center working in Edmonton?
The data was obtained through a Freedom of Information request released by the Coalition for Justice and Human Rights and shared with City News.
For some people, it's that they know that they're already on the waiting lists for the housing. They've already had experiences in shelters, and they know that for them it's not safe.
The data shows only 161 people out of 577 between mid-January to mid-March accepted to use the services provided by the Navigation Center.
Combining such a temporary solution with such a drastic and aggressive response to encampments had tragic consequences for people living in encampments.
The center was set up by the provincial government to deal with the hundreds of people displaced after the accelerated removal of encampments earlier this year. The center provides services including mental health, addiction treatment, and income support. But Edmonton's mayor is saying despite the need for these services, the center cannot be the solution.
Shelters are a temporary interventions, and many people who have bad experience with shelters actually don't go to shelters. They end up actually moving into other communities.
The new data also showing an increase in frostbite hospitalizations and amputations among those with no fixed address, an increase from 168 in 2023 to 292 in 2024.
I struggle to think of another cause than this drastic increase in encampment enforcement efforts.
That is why I have been asking for a better approach to ending houselessness in our city, particularly focusing more on supportive housing with the wraparound services so people can actually get better.
But the province telling City News those claims on Navigation Center utilization are not accurate and are not provincial reports related to Edmonton Navigation Center utilization, adding since January the center has helped over 2,930 people access life-changing services. But Weeb saying all levels of government should be on the same page when it comes to helping people.
It's the government's responsibility. It's the province's responsibility. It's the federal government's responsibility. It's the EPS's responsibility. And yes, it's the city's responsibility too, to address the underlying issues here, which first and foremost is housing and poverty.
In Edmonton, Hiba Kamal-Choufi, City News.